Can we start, sir?
Before 1996 is 1995. Eh, Assalamualaikum and good evening to everyone. I hope all of you are doing well, especially during this pandemic. It is not late to me to wish all of you a happy new year. Let's hope this year will be better. First, I would like to say thank you to our friend for spending their time here with us. Without further ado, the topic that we are going to discuss is gender stereotype. Before that, how have you guys been lately?
Alhamdulillah, good.
Alhamdulillah, we are fine. Thank you for asking.
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing great lately.
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing well too.
And Alhamdulillah, I'm in the pink of health.
Alhamdulillah. Glad to know that all of you are doing well. While we are having this discussion, please serve yourself, enjoy your food or drinks. So now, let me tell you a little bit about gender stereotype. Gender stereotype is a practice of ascribing men or women for specific attitudes, characteristics, or even roles in social groups. Did you guys know that stereotype is very wrongful because it will lead to violation of human rights and fundamental freedom? Do you guys have any thought on this topic?
May I point my opinion?
Yes, please, Rhoda.
Okay, in my point of view, people always give difference between men and women about physical appearance and attractiveness. Also, in my opinion, physical attractiveness is the preference of a human being, a physical appearance of other people, especially their facial features and body proportion. Appearance is more to the way someone or something look. A disheveled appearance is when someone has a messy hair, sloppy clothes, or look ruffled. It does not mean that someone always has a disheveled appearance, because maybe he or she has a bad day at that time. We can take for example, a man might show up with a wrinkled shirt because he is running late in the morning, and a woman might dress with a simple dress because he might feel more comfortable wearing it.
Pardon me, can I share something regarding what Rauda just said?
Yes, Muaz, you can proceed.
Okay, for me, people often use other appearance to form judgment about them and determine their responses to them, which leads to treating people unfairly. In some cases, people stereotype that women will be well dressed everywhere and anywhere they went, while men will wear simple attires like t-shirts, or maybe only a jersey. Some of them are not always well dressed as simple as people thought, but sometimes guys also dress up with their own preference. Not all, but some of them. Also for me, I like to dress up for certain occasion like going to the mall or go to a wedding ceremony.
Yes, Muaz, I totally agree with that. There's also another kind of stereotype where most of women tend to feel that the better their physical appearance, the better the response given to them. There is a seed that beautiful is beautiful, which common stereotype with attractive individual. People believe that the attractive faces are more kind, successful, happier, and trustworthy.
By the way, Iqbal, I want to add some regarding self-appearance. May I?
Yeah, Shati, carry on.
Okay. Since Muaz had said that women love to well dress anywhere and everywhere, so in my opinion, women actually have less self-esteem, especially when people start to judge how they dress up. Like they dress up to impress others and attract others. As easy as I can say, like when women wear makeup. Because in my own experience, I have a friend, a guy friend, who would judge me and ask me, why do I need to wear makeup? Because, okay, actually, I am not that kind of a person who always wear makeup, actually, except lipstick. So, when I get this kind of comment, actually, it made me feel low in self-esteem.
Yeah, that's right, Shati. I totally agree with that. Actually, boy will likely not to take part what others say about them because they have not very high, but can be considered as high level of confidence in themselves. Therefore, both men and women must know how to love themselves first and impress themselves because we dress up to boost our own confidence.
Well, seems to me that you guys are very interested in appearance, huh? Shati, just now you seem very energetic. Mind give another thought?
Oh yes, indeed. I did have something to share regarding this topic, especially in terms of self-esteem and self-confidence. As we know, self-esteem is about when we have a sense of self-worth or personal value. In other words, how we appreciate ourselves and how we love ourselves. So it is common in terms of self-confidence, especially in occupation, such as technical, technology, or math jobs. That these professions are dominated by men. So stereotypes say that men are more confident in this field rather than women, and they said that men should go to work, like, and women should stay at home and doing house chores.
Excuse me. Sorry for interrupting. May I add something?
Yes, Umo, you can.
So, nowadays, women are also working, and we can see that in engineering and architecture, it started to fill with men and women. They started to have confidence regarding this area, even though we know that in this area, men have natural talent while women need to work harder. Even if women are working, they still can manage their time between family and also working. For example, working mom. In my own experience, my mom worked as a teacher, but she is able to manage our family and the house.
Actually, Umu, I have a question for you. What do you mean by the house?
Actually, people stereotype that women can also do multitasking while working, such as cooking. At the same time, she can feed their children and doing office work because based on study, women can focus on many things rather than men. Is it?
So, from your point of view, do you really believe that women can multitask while working?
Yes, exactly. Because from my own perspective, my siblings are married. if my sister asks their husband to take care of their child while she wants to take bath or cooking, his husband will keep calling her like, sayang, why your child like this? Or sayang, can you look at your son? And he will sayang, sayang, sayang all the time. And you can imagine, it, how annoying I am. Because for me, I also can do multitasking. Even sometimes I took care of my own nephews and nieces. But at the same time, I can do cooking, do assignment, and others.
Great sharing, Umu and Shani. Our belief towards self-esteem is important to boost our confidence. Those stereotypes toward women should be abolished long time ago because I believe that self-esteem could be help us on to self-love and save our mental health.
Yes, Iqbal. I'm agree with you. Actually, self-esteem can affect the attitude of men and women. This will determine the differences between introvert one and extrovert. Okay, what is on your point? What is on your mind? If I ask who is the most extrovert,
Of course, male.
Man,
Yeah,
man.
it's a
Man,
man.
Yeah.
yes, exactly. That is the stereotype of other people toward men and women attitudes. They believe that men tend to be more competent, like confidence, independence, or control, and women holding traits like related to emotional expressiveness, like warmness, kindness, or concern for others.
Uh, yes, eh, Iza, you have any thought, any opinion?
Yes, I'm sorry for interrupt, but I did agree with Muaz because our society believe that men are more stronger than women because of the physical appearance, such as the broader shoulder they have, while women are more gentle and elegant. So when the role assigned, men have more ability to decide the economic and financial and also decision making, while women need to take care of others and also doing the household tasks.
Wow, such an impressive statement there. Very bold of you. In my speaking of decision making, in my opinion, I believe that men are better on making a decision, whether it's a life changing or simply just a business alternative. Furthermore, men consume less time to make a decision. This action can be a biomarker in social disposition.
I'm sorry, Iqbal, but you only said from men perspective. So I want to add in our perspective. Women took time in making decision because we are being analytical and systematic. We take time before giving a final decision, which can contribute to better outcome. Besides, we focus more on a small guarantee reward rather than having a small chances on the big prize.
Ah, I see, I see. I got your point there. Well, we are talking about self-confidence, appearance, and decision making. But right now we have a what should I say? A hot topic to discuss here. Have you guys heard about the stereotype woman marrying late or typical Malaysian andartu?
Oh, pardon me, but I think I need to share something. Actually, I did hear about it a lot, especially in there too. And I'm not gonna lie that sometimes I do experience this kind of judgmental, even though I think I'm still young. Oh, by the way, I'm 24 years old this year. So actually, to put into context, actually, I have a group of friends. We consist of 4 people, and everyone has been married except me. And moreover, one of them already has 2 children while here I am still study. But of course, I did not feel regret at all.
Two children already, eh? So
Yes.
how do you feel about that judgment?
At the first place, of course, I feel annoyed and devastated. especially during when people stereotype me during Hari Raya or any other event. People will come to me and, hey, Iza, you're the only one to get married yet. Iza, when will you get married? Iza this, Iza that, so on and so forth. So to put into context, actually, in Malaysia society, marriage is regarded as an ideal aspect that need to be fulfilled over the other matters, especially when woman is puberty. As we can see that usually women in Malaysia will have a wedding, will get married in certain age. But now I must say that the situation has changed because of some reasons.
Oh, I got your point there, Iza. I think because people will understand if men marry late because they need to find money and stability first, since there is amount to feed after marriage. But people will be questioned if women marry late, right?
Yes, I do agree with you, Muaz. How about you, Shati?
Yes, indeed, I agree with that too. Because we always heard that they said women need to marry early and age of 27 is considered late. And then if we marry late, no one will want us later. Oh, and then they will say that we as a women want a high demand husband.
Yes, guys. As for me, of course, we will be high demand because for me, marriage is for lifetime, right? It's not for the short time. We need a husband that will protect and take care of the whole life. Am I right?
Yes, Umo, I'm so agree with you. But for now, other than that, we can see that women nowadays want to have their own stable job because they want their own assets and money. And as for me, I might say that if one day I get married, I want to be an educated mom and a stable wife. So at least if something happen after marriage, at least I'm independent. um, Other than that, because everyone know that marriage is about living together and it will always have a decision to make. So of course, I don't want to take any risk to rush for decision if I'm not ready yet.
I got your point, Iza, and I totally agree with that. There's also a statement said that why women need to be successful because at the end of the day, women still will stay at the kitchen and taking care of the child at home. And I really disagree with that statement.
Yes, Hoda, I believe that I agree with you as well because that is just an old saying and things are different now.
Indeed, because as a human, we need to believe that it's all about sustenance, or we call it as rezeki. We also need to keep in our mind that everyone deserves their own happiness for themselves. So in this case, I might say that no matter what age are you or no matter what gender you are, if you want to get married, of course can, but you don't need to rush for a marriage if people stereotype or the stigma they put into you because the happiness comes from yourself. We need to think wisely before we get married because if we need to get married just because of the stigma, the stereotype, we need to think again, is she or he, the people that stereotype you, will pay for your bills later.
Yes, indeed. It is a very significant statement about marriage. Enough about marriage stereotype. Can we back to Umo's explanation earlier about multitask? Umo, do you have anything to add more? Perhaps that men cannot multitask?
Yeah. Based on my perspective, multitask such as computerized tasks. They can edit, answer emails, and at the same time, check social media. We cannot exclude that the possibility nowadays there are no sex differences in serial multitasking ability.
Yes, Umo. As a man, I couldn't agree more. Yes, we may multitask regarding computer thing, but if I do home chores like cleaning or cooking, I cannot multitask. I must finish my task first, then do another task. Men really cannot pay attention or focus on many things.
I'm sorry for interrupt, but I do agree with Muaz because I have brother that same like Muaz. So as example, since we are doing online distance learning now, he just can focus for his class only and he can't do many things. While me, I still need to do the household tasks and the house chores. Actually, I used to ask him for help to settle down house chores, but of course he do it, but it will take at least 1 day because he can't multitask and he need to do things step by step.
Yeah, I think is it fair to conclude that the evidence for the stereotype that women are better multitasker is so far very, very convincing, guys.
So we are just talk about multitask and marriage. So to conclude this, I would to say that stereotype is a never-ending story. It kept going and going every single day. Furthermore, we need to get rid of this stereotype because it will bring negative effect such as stress, pressure, and sometimes depression for those that cannot cope or adapt with this stereotype. So, are there any last words from you guys?
For me, I would like to say that we should treat everyone equally and fairly despite of their gender.
Yes, this is because everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses.
Yes, no matter who you are, think about yourself first, as long as you didn't do anything wrong.
So please live your own life like what you want it to be without thinking about other people say about you.
So let's live our life happily for our own satisfaction.
Wow, that is very great words from you guys. Unfortunately, that's all the time we got left. I hope this discussion brings us motivation, reflection, and a fresh perspective towards men and women. Thank you, everyone, for joining us and lending us your earth. Again, Happy New Year. Don't drink and drive. Always give signal. Thank you,
Happy
everyone.
New Year, guys. Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year, guys.
Happy New Year. Ready, sir?
Yes, sir.